Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, let's build a JavaScript project. We will be creating a to-do list where a person can add the particular to-do and he can delete and he can search in this particular project. We will be using a pure JavaScript, and whatever the topics I have taught you in the previous videos, we will be using the same concepts and we'll be building this project. And we'll be using, for the front end, I'll be using a Bootstrap. So if you don't know the Bootstrap, not to worry, we'll be starting from the scratch itself. So let's play the intro and move on to the coding part.
Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you.
So guys, I'll be showing you the demo of this project. So we'll see I have a logo here and I have a search button and I have search box, input box, and I have the form over here and I have the particular review content here. So you can see if I just add some of the content, if I just like Django, if I just add something, the content Django Python. So you can see the note automatically got added, the serial number has been provided, and Django Python has been there, and you can see I'm having a delete button over here. If I just add one more, if I just tell Node.js, and if I can add the button, you can see it is getting added. If I just say the JavaScript here, so the JavaScript pending add to do list, if I add, you can see I'm getting all the data here. So now you can see if I try to click onto the delete node, if I just try to click onto the delete here, you can see the data is got deleted. And if I want to search anything, if I want to search the Node.js, you can see I'm just getting the data here. If I want to search the JavaScript, you can see the data is getting the particular card is getting hovered over here. So all the functionalities will be there over here. So seeing, if I just show you in the local store, if I just right click and inspect it here, if I just show you in my local storages in the application, you can see in my local storages, so you can see the data is coming, the data, whatever the data is there, it is just stored inside my local storages, and it has been coming in this particular fashion. If I try to click on to delete node, you can see the data is got deleted over here. So if I just search the JavaScript, you can see if I just search the Node.js, all the data will be hovering here. So this is how I can just do it. So if I want to add a number of things, you can just add it over here. If I just add a number of stuffs here, you can see the data will get added. And if I just search the data which is not, it will be just showing me the blank. So this is one small project we have. What all the concepts we have learned inside my JavaScript tutorials, we will be applying all the topics and we will be building this project. So let's move on to the coding part now. So you can see here I'll be creating a new folder. I'll just make it as JavaScript and I'll just make it in Java JS15 over here, the particular folder, the JS15 folder, and I'll just rename this one. I'll just put inside the bracket, I'll just say it as a project. So project, this is our first project. I'll just make it as a JS15 of project 1. So inside my JS15, I'll just say JS15.html file. I'll just create a JS15.html file, and inside my JS15 I'll create one more file for the JavaScript. So what I'll do here is I'll click onto the new file. So sorry, I'll just select this one and I'll say JS15.js file. So you can see I have selected this three things now. So then what I'll do here is, you can see I have the images folder. So inside my images folder I have this particular image, the logo I have, the ark.png logo over here. So I'll just use it for the logo purpose now. So now what I'll do here is, so I'll just go to the getbootstrap.com. So we'll just go to the getbootstrap.com inside my Google Chrome. So if I just go to the getbootstrap, for the front end part I'll be using this one. I'll just go to the documentation. So I have the documentation inside my starter template we have. So why I'm using here is I can just design the front end in a very relevant manner, so without applying any CSS. For that I'll be using this bootstrap fine. So I'll just click on to the startup, I'll just click on to this copy, and I'll come back to my code and I'll just go to the js15.html. I'll just paste it. So you can see I have a number of the CDN links over here and I have the JavaScript links also over here. So now what I'll do here is I want to include this js15.js also. So here I'll just include this particular script. So I'll just remove this one, I don't need. So I'll just tell script of src. So I need to add js15.js file. So once I save, so I can see if I just click onto the go live, so this particular file folder will, this particular HTML file will be opening here. If I just right click and inspect it, if I go to the console, you can see in the console I don't have anything. I'll just go to the JS15, I'll write the console.log. I'll just tell welcome to, so welcome to do list over here. I'll just save it. So you can see I'm getting welcome to the to-do list here. So you can see I have the hello world. I don't want this hello world to display over there, so I'll just close this one. So now I'll just remove this title. So for the title, I'll just mention the particular title name as to-do list. So I'll mention the title name as a to-do list as our project name. So once it is done, so what I'll do here is, here I need to display what? I need to add the navbar first I need to add the navbar. I need to add the logo. I need to add the search button over here. I need to divide this column into the two. So one for the form and one for the displaying the data. That's it. So I'll just go to the Get Bootstrap documentation, that is a 5.0. Here I'll just search for the navbar. So once I search for the navbar, I'll be getting the navbar over here. So if I want to, whichever the navbar you like, you can just use it. So I'll be using which navbar? I want to use this kind of navbar where I need to add the logo also. I'll just copy this navbar. I'll come here and I'll just paste this as a navbar over here. So you can see, simply copy paste the front end part. So here, if I just save this one, if I come here, you can see I'm getting a bootstrap here and I'm not getting an image here. So what I need to do, I need to fix that one. So I'll just mention the related, like I'll just remove this bootstrap. I'll mention to-do list. My to-do list, I'll mention as a to-do list as a project name. So here in the place of src, I need to put my logo here. So where is my logo? It is in the images folder and it is, the image name is ark.png. So I'll just say, I just go the one folder back. I'll just say go one folder back and go to the images folder. I'll just go to the images folder. Inside the images folder, they are ark.png. Just I need to add the path of the image here. So I'll just save this one. So once I save it, so you can see I'm getting a logo here. I'm getting a logo. So now what I need to do here is, I need to remove this width. I don't want the width to be there. So I'll just remove the width. I'll just write the height of 84. So I'll just make it as a 84. You can see the particular logo has been fine, looking fine here. So then what I need to do, so then I'll just make the particular background color to dark here, and the navbar I'll just make it to dark color. I'll just save this one. So you can see the particular color is getting to change here. So then I need to add what? I need to add the search button. So where is the search? Let me see. So here if I come, you can see I have the search over here. So what I'll do here is, I'll copy this class of container class fluid to, and from this particular div to, from this particular div I'll just copy it. So just I'll copy this much of code from bootstrap and I'll come here. So after the anchor tag, so after this particular div tag, I'll just paste this one. So again I'll just add the container fluid and I'll just save it. So if I come and if I see here, if I refresh, you can see I'm getting a search over here itself. Suppose if you don't want to get the search here, I'll just cut this one, and after the anchor tag I'll just going to add it. So if I just add it like this, so you can see I'm getting in this particular fashion. So I don't want to get in this particular fashion. So what I'll do here is, I'll just remove this particular container fluid class. So I'll just remove one div here. So now if I just save it, so now you can see it will be going to last over here. So now it is fine for me. So then however you like, you can just do it. If I want to reduce the height, I'll just make it as a 64 here. So once I make it 64, you can see now it is looking fine for me. I have a logo, I have the data, that particular name, and I have the search button over here now. So then what I'll do here is, I'll just after the navbar, I'll just create a container. I'll just tell div dot container over here. So once the container is created, what I'll do, I want to divide the section, this particular row into two columns. So I'll just say div dot row, the bootstrap class div dot row or row. So inside a row, I need to divide the columns. I'll just tell div dot column of medium size of 6 size. I want 2 column. I'll just enter it. You can see I got 2 columns over here. So here if I just save it, if I just say in the header tag, for your understanding, I'll just tell this is my first column, and same way here I'll just say, here we'll just come here, I'll just add one h1 tag. It is my second column. So it is my second. So I'll just save this one. So if I come here, you can see I'm getting first as well as a second. The 2 columns has been divided now. So what I'll say here is, I'll just I'll just rename into the h3 tag over here. So I'll just say add your, so I can say add to do here. I'll just tell add to do list here. I'll just tell add to do list. So here I'll just say the particular pending work. So whatever the works will be there, I'll be adding over here the pending works. I want to display in this particular fashion. I'll just mention here as a h4 tag. So even I'll mention here as a h4 tag here. So once I save, you can see I'm getting add to do list and I'm having a pending works. I need to show it over here. So once again, I'll come back in the container. So I want some padding to be there from the I found the gap to be there from this particular navbar and this particular container. So what I'll do here is, I'll just give the empty. So whatever the margin top I have, so I'll just say the margin top, from the margin top, I want to have the 4 pixel gap. So once I save, you can see I'm getting the margin from the margin top, I'm having the gap over here. So once it is done, so what I'll do here is I want to have the form now. So I'll be adding a form, that is a bootstrap form. I'll just tell a form form. So I need to have the form. So let it be the form itself. So we'll be handling this particular form by using a JavaScript. So inside a form, what I need to have a label. So I'll just give the label. So I want to give as a text area. So I'll give the label name is this. So add the text. I can say something, add. So I'll just tell add the text here. So I'll just tell add that text. So if I come here, you can see it will be displaying like add the particular text in the for loop. So here inside a label, I need to create one div dot form group. I want to create a one div dot form group, that is a bootstrap class. Here I'll just use a text area. So inside the text area, I'll just name it as a text here. And for the ID, what else I can give the ID here is, so for the ID, I'll be giving the ID as a something like, I will be giving the ID name as a work. And here I want a 15 rows of a column. Sorry, I want a 10 columns, and I want a 5 rows itself. So I can give it like this. And along with that, I'll give the class name here. I'll just give the class, that is a bootstrap class. I'll just name it as a form control. So even I can copy from the bootstrap. For just I am using a like this because I have remembered these classes. So if I just come here, you can see I'm getting this kind of stuff. So I'm getting the particular text over here. Suppose if I want to reduce it, I want to make the particular column to 6 here, and remaining one I'll just give it to 8 at the right side. So I can do it like this. So now it is fine for me. You can say I can add it, I can show the data over here. So now you can see I can just add whatever the text I want. Now I want to add the particular button. So if I just search for the buttons here, so we'll just search for the buttons. You can see I have the number of buttons. I want the block level buttons here. So if I just come here, you can see I need to add this kind of buttons. So I'll just copy these buttons. I'll come back here, and after the text area, I'll just save it. So here I'll just remove the first button over here. So I'll just something like, I'll just tell add to do. I'll just tell add to do here. So I'll just mention the particular color to dark. Dark means nothing but a black color over here. So once I save this one, if I come back here, if I refresh, so you can see I'm getting a add to do button over here. So again, that I need to give the particular margin to the top. I'll give it as a 3. So I can see I'll be getting a gap over here now. So I can now have the particular things over here, so I can add it now. So I'll just go here, I'll search for the cards over here. So once I search for the cards, so I can see I have the image cards over here, and a number of cards I'll be getting it. So if I want this kind of card, you'll be getting. And let me find it for the good particular one nice card, so where I can just use that one. So you can see even you can just use this kind of cards over here. So now so you can see even you can use this kind of cards also. So what I'll do here is I'll just copy this particular card over here. I'll just copy this card, so it is fine for me. I'll just come back here. So wherever the next one pending works have been there, here I'll just paste this particular card. So once I paste this card, you can see the particular card, the things I am getting in this particular fashion. It is fine for me. It is looking good. No problem for me. So what all the data I'll be adding it should be displaying over here. So whatever the to do I'll be adding it should display here. So what I'll do here is, so let it be the same thing. So here I'll just mention as a delete. So if I want to delete means I want to mention the particular button name as a delete. So I'll just mention it as a delete here, and even I'll just mention it here also, delete. So it is just for a reference. So just it should look in this particular fashion. So if I come, it should be a delete button over here. So even it can be any color. If I just make it as a dark color, so sorry, I'll just make it as a danger here, DENGR, danger, and even I'll just make it here it also danger color. So once I save, so I can see it should be in this particular fashion for me. It is fine for me. And one more thing I can just do it here is, whatever the column is there, I want to make the particular background to dark color. So I can just tell BG make it to dark. So I can see all the thing is coming inside that dark color. So it is fine for me. It is looking good. So now what I need to do here is, now I need to handle all this front end part by using a JavaScript. That will be the main motive of us. We have created a design. So for this particular design, we need to put a life now. I need to put a life. So whenever I do the search, automatically I should add over here. And if I search, automatically it should get over here. So this is all the thing I need to do it right now. So now what I'll be doing here is, so I'll just come back to my JavaScript file. So after coming back to my JavaScript file, now I'll handle all the JavaScript data here. So now first I need to write a So now what I'll do be here is I'll go to the JS15. So see where is the button over here. So here you can see if I want to add any of the text, I need to click onto this add to button here. So what I'll do here is I'll give an ID, like I will be applying an event listener. So whenever I click onto this add to button, the event should get occur. So I'll just give the ID. So I'll give the ID name as I'll just name it as to do here. So I'll just name the particular ID name as, I'll just make it as to do. Okay, so I'll just make it as add to do. Okay, add to do here. So I want to occur a event for this one. I'll just copy this one. I'll come back here. Now I'll add a event listener here. So what I can add here is I'll just tell let the particular add to do. So I'll just tell from the document dot get element by ID. I want to use the get element by ID. So here I need to occur what? I need to fire an event here. So what I'll do here is first I need to get the particular ID. So which is the ID name is here? This is the ID name. I'll just copy. So I'll come here and the get element by ID. I'll just access this particular ID by the document. So once it is done, then I will be applying a event listener to it. So I'll just apply event listener add to do dot add event listener. So I'm adding an event listener. So of a what I need to add an event listener for the click now. So here it will take a function as argument. So function of events. So I'll just mention as a E, the particular function E. So after this particular function occurs, the particular event occurs, I want to handle it now. So I'll say first of all what I need to do here is whatever the data, whenever I click onto this button, so you can see I have given as a one more ID as a work here. So whatever the value will be there, whatever the value have been typed over here, I need to access that particular value. Then I need to store it into the local storages. So what I'll do here is, so it is the work name is ID name is work. Whatever the data I'll be getting from the input, I need to store it now. So what I'll do here is let whatever the get it, I want to get the particular text. I'll just say get that text is equal to, again I'll say document dot get element by ID. Again get element by ID by name what I need to get by the name, that is work from the input form. This work is nothing but this particular ID. Okay, and the ID will be unique inside the files. If I come back to the JS15.js, so once I done this one, so what I'll do here is I'll just tell let, so again I'll just create one more thing to store it inside my session storages. So I'll just tell let to do, I want to let to do is equal to, I'll just tell local storages dot get item. So if suppose already some data is there inside my local storages, I need to append that particular data with the new data, right? So starting it will be the empty. So later after I add one more element, I need to append the second element whatever I am getting from the form to the first element. So what I'm doing, so whatever the already present data is there inside my local storages, I'll get all these things, then I will append it. So I'll say local storage dot get item. So get element get item, sorry get item. So of the, so here the particular name will be to do itself. The particular name I'll be giving as a to do to store it. So once it is done, first I will check the condition whether my local storage is empty or not. So I'll check the condition. I'll just tell the to do, if the to do is equal to null, if the to do is equal to null, so what I'll just tell is I'll create one to do object here. So if it's null, I'll just make it as a empty. It is empty, I don't have anything inside my to do. So then else, I'll just go to the else part. So once the else condition here, so I'll just tell whatever the to do object will be there. So what I'll do here is I want to get the particular data, the data will be getting in the form of a string. I need to convert into the array, I need to store it now. So what I'll do here is I'll just tell what are the data is JSON.parse. I have said you in the previous videos, the JSON.parse will do what? It will convert string to the object array. So I'll just tell parse the particular data whatever I am getting from the local storage in the form of an array, then store it into the to do object. So it is nothing but a to do object which I have created right now. So once it is done, so what I'll do here is, so once it's over the stuff, so now what I need to do here is I'll just tell to do objects, whatever the from the object, whatever the data is there, so I need to push it, the whatever the new data I'm getting, to do dot object push, I want to push the new data whatever I'm getting from the work. So work is nothing but this one. So what is work? Work is nothing but which you are typing right now, and you click add to button, the data will get stored. How? The ID will take care of the text and it will come back to here, it will accept the event listener and it will store it into the get text. So this get text data I need to push it into my already local storage data which is I have created in the form of an array. So I'll just tell whatever the get text is there, I need to push it now. So I need to push it here. So to do object dot push the particular get text. So then I need to push what? I need to push the particular value. I need to get say here get text dot value. I need to just say get text dot value over here. So once I save here, so once it is saved, so now what I need to do here is, so now I need to do one more thing. I'll say local storages dot set item. I need to set the particular item now. So whatever the new value I have got, I need to set it. So to where I need to set, I need to set it to the to do. So I'll just say I need to set the particular thing inside the to do, and whatever the new value I got inside my object, I need to stringify, then I need to store it. To access the data, I need to convert in the form of an array object. To store it, I need to make it what? I need to do a convert into the stringify. So I'll say whatever the, so I'll just say json dot stringify method, I'll just apply json dot stringify. So I need to, whatever the data is there in the form of a object array, I need to convert into the stringify here. So I'll just tell, I'll just convert into the to do object dot stringify. So once it is done, so I'll just put the semicolons over here. So here as well over here. So I need to put the semicolons. It is a good habit. So once I set the particular item into the particular to do object, particular inside my local storages, so then the particular job will be done. So then whatever the data will be there, so whatever the data I'll be adding over here, so it should vanish it here once I click onto the button. For that, what I'll do here is I'll say whatever the get text value will be there, so get text value dot value is there. So whatever the get text value, so which is I'm getting from the particular input button, I need to make it what? I need to make it as a empty. So I'll just then make it empty for that particular stuff. So then this is the function I need to perform now. So this is what the particular things happens. If I come back here, so let me see what will be the happening over here. So I just open like this. So now see here, if I right click, inspect it. So if I right click and inspect in the application, you can see in the application I have the, if I right click and delete this one. So now see, I don't have anything here. So it was a before was it was a local storage. In the session storage also I don't have anything. In the local session also don't have anything. If I add anything here, if I add hello, and if I try to click onto this add to button, so I can see what is the thing here happen. You can see something is happening. If I just try to click, nothing is happening, but the error I am getting, it is telling me uncaught, I cannot read the property push of the null at the HTML button element. It is telling me the particular data is getting in the form of a null over here. So let me see what is the issue over here. So first what I'll do here is I'll just I'll just come back to my HTML file. So after this to do button, after this particular form, what I need to do here is I'll just apply one br tag, one line space here. Okay, so let's come here. So what I did here is, so here I have done what? I have just get the particular to do element, and I just applied the click event. Then I just got the element by ID. Then I said local storage get the item, and what if the particular null is there? Just make it to this one. If it's not, just pass it to the to do whatever the data is there. Then I need to just tell to do whatever the to do object I have created. So I want to push the particular get text without value over here. Then it need to just stringify into the object, then to do object, then I need to just make it, and I need to run this particular function. So actually I need to do it here as a double equals to. So now it will be working it. If I just save it here, so you can see if I come here now, if I just go to the particular application here, so here I need to add it now. So if I just as a Django, if I just try to add the Django, if I add to cart, you can see inside that to do the Django has been added. If I add one more, if I want to add Node.js, if I try to click, you can see Node.js is getting added. If I want to add Flask, so if I try to click here, you can see I'm getting added. So all the data is getting added over here. So this is what the data is getting added now. So now what I need to do here is, so whatever the data has been added, I need to display the data over here. So I need to add one data here. So what I'll do here is I need to run the particular show function. So I'll just after once this particular thing is happen, so I'll just show the to do. So I'll just mention show to do. I need to run this particular show to do function now. So I need to create it now. So it will be giving the error if I just run now. So because the to do function is not over here. So what I need to do here is I need to add the show do function. I'll just tell function. So I need to add what? Show do. So show do function I need to add. So here I'll just open the braces. So now I need to add the particular code now. So same thing I'll just say. So I'll just tell whatever the let to do. So whatever the from here to here, I'll just copy the same thing. So same thing will apply over here. So first I need to get the particular data. I need to get the data from the local storages. So that is nothing but from the right click. If I just right click and inspect, so this I need to get the data from the local storages. So I need to get the data from the local storages. That is a to do. So I have given that one. If it's null, I need to just tell it is empty. Else I need to pass it into the to do object. So once it is done, it is just that I have done this till here. So I'll just tell create one more. So now I need to use the first I'll create a let the HTML is equal to, first I'll make my HTML to the empty, because from here I need to send the data to this particular stuff now, whatever the data, whatever the cards I have displayed. So inside the cards I need to send it over here now. So now if I come here the JS15, I'll say let my HTML be empty first of all. So then what I'll do here is, so whatever the to do dot objects of attributes I have it, I need to apply a for each loop to it. I need to apply a for each loop to this particular element. So it will be like array dot first it will be array dot for each. So here I need to apply elements. Even directly you can use like this, either I can just use normally. I'll just say so array dot for each. So here I'll apply a function here. I'll just apply the particular function. So inside my function, the first one it will be what element it will be going, and next I will be passing as an index also here. So after passing the element and the index, so here I will be applying what, I'll be applying the logic here. So first of all I'll say, so I need to apply a for each loop for this particular to do. I need to add Django first, then I need to get the value of a Node.js, then I need to get the value of the Flask. I need to append it to this HTML file. So what I'll do here is I'll just say HTML. So HTML plus equals to, I'll just make it like this. So what I need to append, so I'll just open a backtick, that is just template literals. So I will be applying a backtick over here. So now after applying the backtick, what I need to add it here, so I'll just go to the js15.html. so first I'll just delete this one, so I no need to have this one. So where is 1 2 3 and 1 2 3, I'll just delete it. I don't need to have one more. So even so where I need to do, I need to add this particular card. I need to add this particular card. I'll just copy this particular card. So from card to 1 2 and 3 4, so I need to cut this one. So I'll just comment this one. So I'll just put it like this. So I'll just select this one as a HTML. So once I'll just put a comment over here. So now I'll say this comes from JavaScript. Okay, now the things comes from JavaScript. I have copied that one. So whatever I have copied, so I'll come here, I'll just paste it inside my HTML. So from here I'll just access it. So at the place of a title, what I'll be doing here is, I'll say at the place of a title I need to put the particular serial number here. So for the serial number, so I'll say I will access through the indexing position here. I'll just use this particular syntax. So I'll say whatever the index I'm getting from the for each, I need to pass the index here. So I'll just say I need to have the index plus 1, because the first index will be 0. I need to start it from 1. So I'll just give it as a plus 1 here. So then whatever the data is there, that is a bit supporting the text into this additional stuff, the paragraph data, I'll just remove the paragraph data. Now I'll say $.element. So whatever the elements I am getting, whatever the data I am getting, I need to pass it here. So I'll just tell it as an element over here. So that's it. I have passed as an element over here. So later we'll see about the delete. Now till now we have done till here now. So once it is done, so once I have saved this one, once my HTML element is been saved, so what I need to do now? Now I need to parse it. Now I need to parse it now. So what I'll be doing here is, so I'll go to the JavaScript here. So here I need to pass, right? And here I need to just store it, the particular data. So what I'll do here is, at the place of a class, either or else I can just see, okay fine, I'll just give it here itself, id is equal to my output data. I'll just tell here the particular id name as a output. So I need to get the output over here, or else I can just cut this one, and whatever the data will be there, I'll just tell div dot. So I'll just tell div, inside the div tag I'll just mention it as a div id is equal to output here. So once it is done, so I'll come back to the js15.html. So wherever the particular id output is there, I need to append the particular this particular data into that particular id now. So what I'll do here is, so once I need to, so here I am just showing the data. So once it is done, I need to say first I need to get the particular id element. First I need to access this id here. So I'll just say same thing, I'll just copy. So get element by id, I'll just copy this one and I'll just paste it over here. I'll say to do ele. So I'll change the particular name to do particular ele. So here I need to say get element by id. What I need to get the particular element, that is output id. I need to get it. So once it is done, so to do element I'm just getting it. So first I'll check the particular length of it. I'll just check if the particular to do ele, so it will to do element dot length, if the length, if the length length is not equal to 0. If it's not equal to 0, if the to do element length is not equal to 0, what I need to say here is, I'll say like to do, So to do ele dot, I want to change the inner HTML to what? I want to change the inner HTML to normally, and whatever the thing is there inside the HTML, I want to save it normally. If it's not equal to 0, so whatever the HTML is there, I need to just pass this particular value to here. That's it. So then else, what I need to do in the else part? So I'll just tell else. So if it's not there means I'll say nothing is there now. I'll just tell to do ele element dot inner HTML. I don't have anything. I'll just tell no work is there here. So I'll just tell in a string data, I'll just tell no works are pending. So I'll just tell no works are pending in this particular fashion. So once I save this one, if I come back to my HTML page, you can see if I come, if I just, you can say I'm not getting, I can see, okay, I'm having a, so I can say I'm having a pending work. So if I just I'm not getting the particular data over here. So you can see what I'm getting. It is telling me pending works, no pending works I'm getting. So what I'll do here is I'll just come here. I'll just change the particular class is equal to text white, and I want to have what? Text center, CENTR center. I'll just save it. So once I save, so you can see I'm getting pending work. So I am not getting to see the particular data over here. If I right click and inspect, what is the error? If I see any error in my console, you can see I'm not having any messages over here. So let's see why the particular data is not getting displayed. So if I come back here, you can see I have given the particular so here I have given as the id is equal to output. Inside my id is equal to output, the particular data should, if I just come back to the JS, first I am accessing the particular function to show to. So I can see if the null is there, I am just keeping as it is. Else I'm getting the HTML and applying a for each loop for the particular to do object. Then I'm just making this particular changes. So I'm getting the data, that the output. If the to do element length is not equal to 0, so then I need to make the particular inner HTML to like this. Else I want to make the particular this particular element to like this. So this is what the function it should happen. So then here the to do function is getting called. So first I'll just call this to do function at the beginning itself. I'll just call the to do function at the beginning. If I come back here, you can see I'm getting all the data. So because of it, I was not getting it. You can see I'm getting all the data over here. So I'm getting the day, div, this. You can see I'm getting in this particular fashion. Suppose if I just come here in the JS 15 .html file, rather than giving the output here, so rather than giving id here, I'll just give the id here itself. I'll just give the id is equal to, I'll just give it as a output. If I just give the id as output here, so if I come here, so even though you can see it is getting in this particular fashion now. So you can see I'm getting, so I'm not getting the side by side. So because why I'm not getting these things in the side by side is, if I come here, if I go to the JS file, so you can see it is just taking the div card over here and all those things. Okay, so card is getting saved. So fine, no problem. No, let's see, later we'll be seeing. So what I'll do here is, so I'll just make this particular as a 6 over here. If I just make it as a 6, so you can see the particular this will be getting reduced here. So what I'll do here is I'll just make this particular to 8 columns. So once it is done, after this particular things, I want to add a br tag also. If I just refresh, so you can see I'm getting in this fashion. So if I just go to the js15.js, what I'll do here is, after this particular condition, I want to apply one br tag here. So let's say br tag, you can just hover it, so like one line space. So if I refresh, so you can see one line space will be coming over here now. So this is all the things we can just add the text. You can see if I just add html js, if I click onto that to do, you can see HTML JS is coming, even the indexing position is also coming over here. So now what is the next thing is, I want to delete the particular text. So we'll see for the deleting now, so how I can delete the particular text. And along with that, what I'll be doing here is I'll just go to the js15.html file, and so whatever the div column I have created, I'll just make it to 6 here. So if I just make it to 6, it will be reducing in this fashion. If I just let it be like this, no problem to me. So now it is fine to me. So it is coming in this fashion. So now what I need to do next here is, so next I need to delete the particular item now. So for deleting the particular item, so what I'll do here is I'll just click onto one. I'll just create one more function. So what is the function name? I'll right click and format the document. So once I format the document, all the format document will get formatted here. So now what I need to do here is I need to create the things like to delete it. So I'll say the function, I'll just tell function. So here the function is delete the particular to do. I want to delete the particular to do. How I can delete? I can delete by accessing the particular indexing position. I can access the particular indexing 1 or 2 or 3, whichever I want to delete it. So I'll say function delete the particular to do. So in the function I need to say let. So let, I'll say that to do, same thing I need to say. So whatever the data I have done here, so let the particular to do, the element of same thing I need to do it here. So I'll just copy till here, and same thing I'll paste here also. I'll say let the to do local storage get all the element from the to do. If it's null, leave it as it is. If all null, so I need to pass all the element to here. So then after passing the element, I need to say to do dot obj. So to do dot obj is equal to, I need to json dot parse the particular to do. So I have parsed it. So I need to do what? For to do dot obj, I will be using a concept of splice now. So I have said you about the splice in my previous video, what it will be doing. It will just act as a splicing like that. So here I'll say whatever the to do object is there, I want to get, I'll be getting an ID when I click the button. So from that ID, I need to get the position of indexing of first position. I need to get it. So I'll say to do object dot splice the particular index by 1. So once it is done, what I'll do here is I'll say so local storage dot set item. So I'll just say my local storage of the to do, just delete it from now. So I'll just tell json. First I need to json dot stringify. I need to stringify the method. So what all the to do object I am getting it, so I need to stringify this particular method. So once it is done, I need to what, I need to say show to do. So show the particular to do function. Again I need to run the particular show to do function over here. So I'll just stringify it, I'll just splice it, and I'll just stringify the particular object. So then I'll just do like this. So once I save this one, so now I need to add this particular to do element inside my delete button also. So where it will be here, so you can see inside my local storages itself it will be there. So inside my set where I have set the here, so it will be here. So you can see delete button is coming from here. So you can see delete button is here. So it is coming from where? It is coming from the JavaScript. So here what I need to do here is I'll just remove this particular element. I'll just make it as a button here. I'll just make it as a button button. It will be the button. So I'll just tell slash button button. So here I'll just remove the h reference. I don't need to have the h reference over here. So then I'll create one ID here. So what I'll do here is I'll say, so what all the ID will be there. So I'll just tell ID. So here I'll give the ID is equal to, so here I'll just say dollar of, so the ID will be this dot ID. So I'll say, sorry, it will be only the index here. It should take the ID as an index inside my ID. So this thing should be where it should be inside the double quotes. So then along with that, when I click this one, on click function should happen. I'll say on click. So I'll say on click, whenever on click as an attribute. So I'll say whenever it is clicked, I want to apply what? I need to run this delete to do function. I need to apply this delete to do function. So I need to apply this delete to do function. Here it is taking the attribute as an index. So I'll say delete to do, I need to say this dot id. This particular this dot id means it will take the particular ID of that one. So once I save, if I come back here, you can see if I try to delete the fourth one, it got deleted. So even say if I try to delete this one, it got deleted. So I just show you in the local storage also. In the memory application, you can see only Django and Node.js I have. If I add anything, if I want to add a JavaScript over here as this one, if I just add, you can see JavaScript is coming here. You can see when it is displaying. If I try to delete, you can see the data is getting deleted inside my local storage. So this is a only small function to delete it. Just I am doing a splice, that means a splice by one, that delete by one, and just set whatever the data is there in the to do, just set it to stringify and just store it. So it is what the thing is happening now. So we have seen all the topics like adding and deleting and displaying it. So let's see about the search one, the very tricky one. So if I just come back to the js15.html file, which is our project, here you can see I have an input here. So here I will be adding one attribute. Here I need to add one attribute. Like what attribute I need to add here is, so whenever I enter any of the text, what is the thing it should perform here? So I'll just tell the ID name here. So I'll just give the ID. So I'll just tell SEA or CH search the particular txt file. So I'll say I need to have the search, that is a search txt, and it will be the type submit. Let everything will be safe. By using this one, I can access everything. So after adding this one, so what I'll do here is I need to write the particular search function now. So I need to just write the particular search function. It will be very small one itself, nothing more. So if I just come back to the js15.html, I'll say, so what is I have given the ID name, what I have said, let SE or CS search, CA or CS search whenever I need to have. So I'll say document dot get element by ID. So what is the ID I have given? You can see the ID name I have given as a search of txt. I'll say search txt. I need to get the element from the ID. So once it is there, I will just apply the search dot add event listener. So this time the event listener will be what? Input event listener, and I will just run the particular function for it. So I can just pass the event, or else I can just write like this. I'll say whatever the input val, whatever the input val I'll be having it. So here I'll just say whatever the search dot val I am getting it. So whatever the from the value whichever the value I'm getting from the search dot va ca or ch search dot value I'm getting it, I need to convert that thing into the two lower case. I'll just tell to low or lower and case. First I need to convert all the things into the lower characters. So once it is done, I'll say something like console.log. I'll just show you console.log the event is occurred. I'll say event occurred. So I'll say the event occurred, UUC occurred, and whatever the event is there, so whatever the value I am typing it, even I need to show also. I'll say input of val. So I'll just comment this one. So you can see, let's see whether it is working or not. If I come here, so you can see if I right click and inspect, so now see I have the console is empty. If I try to type something, so you can see I am getting the output here. You can see I am getting here. So BH I am getting BH, VBSHD, whatever I will be typing it, all the event I am getting occurred. You can see it is handling all the events now. So by using the data, I need to match the particular data with this particular data. If it's matching, I need to hover this card. That's it. Nothing more rocket science. So once it is done, so now the event is occurred. So I'll just comment this one just for our understanding I have given it. So what I'll do here is, so unnecessary comments, just code, don't keep it into the console. It is a very bad habit. So now what I'll say is, let whatever the note cart. So I'll say whatever the note cards. So note cards, I'll give it as a variable name. Here I'll say document dot get element by class name. So first I need to get the class name. So what I need to do here is, I need to check with the cards. So that is cards, nothing but from this I need to check it. So here the class name is what? Card. So I'll just copy this card and I'll just check with that particular values with this particular input value. I'll say what a document dot get element by class name. So I need to get the class name as cards over here. So once the cards I'll be getting it, so what I need to do here is, I need to apply a for each loop to it. I'll just tell array dot from. So here I need to apply the note cards. So whatever the note cards will be there, it should get from here. So I'll apply for a array here. I need to apply a for each loop for this particular note card. I'll just tell dot I'll say for each loop. So for each loop I'll be creating it. So here I'll just run the particular function. So the particular function I will run for the element. So here the function I'll be getting an element over here. So I'll just get the element from here. So element I'll be getting it. So once the element I'll be getting it, so I'll apply the logic over here. So what is the logic I'll say? So what I'll say here is, first I need to say the particular let. I'll just tell whatever the card text. I need to get the particular card text. So whatever the card text I'll be there. If the particular, I'll say the element, whatever the elements after applying the for each of all the for all the item. That means I'm applying a for each loop for this all the items for Django, for Node.js and all those things. So I'll say for the element whatever the let the card is there. So let the particular card. So I need to get the particular element by tag name. Suppose you can see I need to get the text. You can see the particular text is from where card text is there, that is a paragraph tag. So I need to get this particular paragraph text of the first element and all the elements. So I'll say same thing like let card text get element by tag name. So because P is a paragraph, I'll get the things by the element by tag name. So I'll get the elements by tag name. So I'll say I need to get the element by tag name of P of the indexing from 0. So I'll say indexing of 0, and then I need to get what? I need to get the particular inner text. I need to get the particular inner text of the paragraph tags. Okay, so only I have a one paragraph tag. So first paragraph means I need to take it from the 0. If I have second paragraph, I can give it as a paragraph of 1. Okay, that is what the sentence. So because I have only one paragraph, so I need to get the indexing of the first itself. So I'll be giving as a 0 here. So inner text I will be getting it. So once I get the inner text, what I will say here is, if the particular card text, if my card text is empty, so I'll just tell card text dot include. Sorry, I need to check, right? I need to check whatever the value with the card text and whatever the value I'm getting from the input. I need to check. I'll just tell if the card text includes, if this particular card text includes the value of the same thing whichever I'm getting from the input element. So what I'll do here is, I'll just set the particular styling. So I'll just make the particular styling. If I see, if I right click, if I right click and inspect, if I just search, if I just select this particular card, so if I say, if I just, you can see if it is a displays block, if I say display, if I just make it to, so if I just tell display, if I just make it to, see if I just tell display is equal to none, if I make it display to none, you can see the card is getting evaporated. It is just getting done. When the display is blocked, then it is been visible. If the display is none, the block is getting it is not showing to us. So now what I'll do here is same thing I'll do. If the input value is present, whatever the element is there, element dot style, so whatever the element style is there of the display, so sorry, style dot display is there, make it default, that is a block itself. That is what I have shown you. Else what I need to do, else I'll just come back to this one. I'll just tell element dot style dot display, make it to none. None means just don't show me that particular block. That's it. That is what the logic is saying. So I just save this one. If I come back here, I can see if I try to search for the Node.js, you can see the Node.js is getting hover. If I search for the Django, you can see the Django is getting hover. If I say which is not there itself, you can see I am not having anything over here. The search button is empty. Even you can add a number of things you can display in the adding the styling, but this is not more than enough. All the things will be done. So I can see I can just add all the things. I can just add the JavaScript over here. So I can add the thing, you can see all the thing is coming over here. Even I can search the JavaScript over here, you can see without refreshing the pages I am getting here. And if I try to delete it, all the data is getting deleted. So we have seen completed all the to-do list. So the project we have been completed successfully. So if you want this notes and the code, you can just look into the description. And if you have any doubts related to this, you can ask me in the comment section. So that's all for this video guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.